Hey everyone, this is Laura at LymanJoy, and today I'm going to go ahead and do a debt update to show you how I did in the month of May, and I'm going to do my last cash stuffing in May, so let's go. Hey everyone, I'm excited to jump into today and go ahead and share with you how my debt payoff went for the month of May. We're going to update my tracker here just in a minute. If you don't have a debt plan to get that debt paid off, then go ahead and stick around because you're going to want to see what has helped me pay off $18,000 last year, and I'm hoping to double that this year. That's the trajectory that I'm on, and I'd love to share that with you. For those of you that don't know me, I am Laura at LymanJoy. I'm a wife, a medical coder, and a mom of 6, and I'm on a journey to become debt-free and break generational cycles of debt so the next generation can live and give like they were meant to. So if that interests you, then I'd love for you to be a part of the LymanJoy community. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the thumbs up button so others will find this video a little more easily. Also, don't forget about that bell icon so that you'll be notified every time that I put a video out, and we can go ahead and continue to help sharpen one another and encourage one another to pay off that debt and build our wealth. All right, so we're going to get into today's video. I'm going to go ahead and pull out my budget here. If you are new to cash stuffing or even budgeting, then go ahead and grab yourself a pen and paper and follow along. Pick whatever your planner is or your thing and go ahead and do it with me so that we can kind of get it all done for May right now. All right. So I start off the month with every month with a overview of what is coming up in my calendar. I budget all my bills and I budget a full overview of my debt snowball, cash envelopes, and sinking funds. But then I cash stuff 3 times a month. Many of you already know this, but for those that are new, I go ahead and get 5 paychecks. I combo 2 of them, making 3 cash stuffings. So here was my first cash stuffing. Okay. I went ahead and planned out that, and I did that. Here is my second and third paycheck cash stuffed into one. And now my final 2 paychecks are going to be cashed up into one. I went ahead and already planned out my week that's coming up so that I could have really thought about what do I need money for? What do I don't need money for? And of course we have Memorial Day coming up. I have an end of school trip for one of my kiddos, some grad parties to go to of my friends. I get to finish my no spend. Get this, 6 more days left of my no spend in 2024, which was 4 months in 2024. So I'm excited to step into something else. I love changing it up and doing new things. And I can't wait to share with you my wins, my losses, and my in-betweens of how it went. I need to go ahead and get that end of school year gift for my teacher, Father's Day gift coming up. And I want to reflect, refine, and I don't even know. I want to come up with a saying here. Put it in the comments below. What should it be? Reflect, refine, and I don't know. Move forward, I think is what it is. Move forward. Step into new things. I think that's what I'll put for now, but put in the comments below what you think it should be. I like to find little mantras to keep me going. So let's see here. Step forward is what I'm going to put, but I'd love to hear some of your suggestions. Okay. That is it. That's planning for the week. Now on to my budget. So I went ahead and put any bills that fell within that time period. So if you're new here, that means, so I have those 5 paychecks. And when I do paycheck number 1, I pay all the bills that fall within that period of time. Then I get my next 2 paychecks and I pay all the bills that fall within that period of time. Now I have my next 2 paychecks. I'm going to budget for all the bills until my next paycheck in June. So these will have to last till June. So sometimes that does mean you're going to pay a bill or 2 that's in the first week of the next month if it's really close and you don't get your paycheck in time. So just something to think about there. I put all those bills right here. It's equaling $18.52. Let's put that here. Bills $18.52. Okay. So I like to start out with my total income that I have from those 2 paychecks. I'm minusing my bills of $18.52. That leaves me a remainder of $848. Now, these are my cash envelopes, and how I figured this out was I went back to my monthly budget, and because I did 3 cash stuffing, I divided it by 3, made sure that what it was ever left over that I hadn't accomplished for my first 2 cash stuffings, that is what is here, okay? So making sure that I'm meeting my goals and making sure I'm putting enough in every category so I'm not short. So I got that $848. I'm going to subtract the cash envelopes, which is $175. All right, now we have $673 left over. My debt snowball and my HELOC is $443 paid off this cash stuffing. For those of you that are new, I've been on a debt-free journey for 3 years. Love Dave Ramsey. Did full Dave Ramsey the first year, and I did okay. But you know, that first year's hard to get that momentum going. I think I've, you know, just paid a few thousand off, but I did do that. Second year, I gained momentum, and I got about $18,000 paid off. And then this year, I am hoping to double that. So I have that HELOC going, which means basically I took all of my debt, took a second out of my house, put it in a fixed low APR that's a little bit lower. Make sure you get your HELOC fixed. And now all of those high credit cards, all those different balances that were jumping everywhere are in one lump payment. HELOCs are interest only payments so that I'm able to really pay off a lot, even with the market the way it is. When that APR falls off and that interest rate skyrockets to, I think, 10, it's still going to be significantly lower than 29, 28, 27%, which is what credit cards are. But they're not for everybody, so make sure you're really smart. If you're making a decision, talk to somebody, think about your personality. Is having access to that much money a good idea? But it has definitely been a game changer for me and really has helped us pay off things a lot quicker because we're not combating against all that interest. All right, so 673 minus that 433, we have $240 left over after that payment. Okay, and now for my sinking funds, I have 140 here. So let's see what that leaves us with. Yep, okay, perfect. We have a 100 left here, which of course, 100 minus 100, we got a 0 here. So 100, did it right, perfect. Zero-based budgeting. This is what you want. If you don't tell every single dollar what to do, it's going to just run away. I'm telling you, I don't know why. I don't know why this happens. It's crazy, but make sure you got your zero-based budget, okay? All right, let's go ahead and cash stuff really quick. Now, something kind of fun that I did is I added trackers. If you haven't seen that video where I kind of break down why I'm changing things up and doing trackers, please go ahead and I'll put that video right here. But I have discovered, at least for me, that I think that trackers are essential, except for on my cash envelopes. I haven't got trackers for that yet, but they're coming from FWM Creations by Chris. If you don't know her, she's amazing. I love her. I always reference her. I'll put her below. She's a single mom and tries her best to make sure every order is what it should be. And she really has been really great to me. So, and I know she customizes them. So if you pick her custom one, you can get like the name customized. I'm not sure if you can get like the pictures all customized or not. You'll have to check in with her. But if you want the ones like I have, make sure you just tell her I want them like LymanJoy. She'll know what you mean. Okay. All right. Let's get into this. Eating out is going to be $10, and this will be, so now I have 20, 30, 35, and 40. And see, this money, I did a little bit from each cash stuffing. It's going to go into my wallet on my very first cash stuffing that I do in June. And that's the money that I use all month. It's less right now because I've been in a no spend for 2024. But normally I, budget somewhere around 90 to 150 for eating out for my family because I'm a big family. All right. Date night is going to be 15. Of course, on that no spend, I really wanted to make it more frugal. So I got 20, 30, 35. I gotta be honest, excited to get back to normal because it's hard to be frugal all the time, and it's hard when all your kiddos want to go out and they're foodies too, okay? So all of these I skipped because I am in a no spend, and then we got childcare for 150. We got 20, 40, 60, 81. Oh yeah, 20 and 40 and 50. Perfect. Let's go ahead and get this. All right, so now I have 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 30, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 40, 55, 255. Perfect. I had a babysitter come in a little bit sick a couple days, so that's why I didn't spend as much. My daughter, she's had 7 open heart surgeries, and she kind of struggles. She also had a stroke and a heart attack when she was 11. It caused a lot of things like gastroparesis and things like that. So often, sometimes she's not healthy enough to do stuff. So I'm thankful to have her when I do, and I'm thankful that she can rest when she can. Okay, registration is going to be 10. Now, these I do have those trackers that I was talking to you about, so let me go ahead and take those out. So, and I'm going to grab my pen really quick. All right, so now we're on 525. And I'm adding 10. And if you didn't see that video, basically what I said is instead of my balance, I want to subtract it. My goal is 600. I should do $30. Now this is starting in June. These expectations and goal that I set, which I said in that video, it's starting in June. This is just kind of boosting that start, okay? Because I figured out how much I needed for the rest of the year. Watch that video if you need a breakdown, but and so I do need that much going forward, but for now, this is actually kind of technically a little extra. So I need 570 left to be fully funded for the year. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and grab that 10 here and then put this right back. All right, next up we got is a pet care. And this will be for food, but it'll also be for if he has any emergency that happens, or I do groom him every once in a while, not all the time, but every once in a while, so I like that. And let's see here, we're going to do, what was pet care? $10. So let me go ahead and add that 10 here, and then we'll put the date. And we're going to put $10. And so I have $520 left to get to that 630. And right now I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 110. That's awesome. Alrighty then, next up we got is health. And health, I'm trying to save up a little bit extra in here. The real reason is because I need to go ahead and take all my kids to the dentist, and I just always anticipate there'll be extra money. Okay, so we're going to do that 525 here. We're going to do another 10. And so now we're at 380. And so next time I'm going to be doing 20 every cash stuffing. That's the goal, to get to that 400. And if you don't know, go ahead and get the Expo markers if you're going to do it on matte. I found it to be the best because water just takes it right off, super easy. But if you do permanent marker, I'm telling you, it is actually much harder to get off. Let's put a 10 back here. And let's just grab a 20. Alrighty, and what do we got next here? We got birthdays, which has been so fun in my house. We've been creating these, I don't know, what are they, like marble magnetile things. I wish I'd be really thoughtful about gifting my children with strong gifts that creates curiosity, but also is like indestructible almost, because I got 4 boys and my girls are grown, but my boys are just a bit on the more rough and tough playing schedule. So I tried to make sure to know that it'll last the hard play. And on birthdays, I'm going to do 40 here. So 525, we're doing 40. So there's 900 and what is that? $30 left to get to my goal. I do about $200 per kid for their birthday. Yeah, anyway, so I'll put some pictures here of those marble run. If you're looking for a good gift for kids, I was impressed by it. So I do have to say that it was fun, and we have spent all morning doing this marble run, and it's been just a really fun thing. So loved that. He also had really fun with some little veterinarian thing that I got that was cool for him too. So, okay, I got the 150 here. That's in my Wealthfront account. If you don't know what a high yield savings account is, it's basically an account just like a bank that you put your money in, but mine doesn't have a brick and mortar. I can't walk into it. And I build interest. I build 5.0 or even up to 5.5 if I refer friends for every year, APY. And I'm telling you, I can see it adding up. It kind of gives you like an amount as you go along at the end of every month. And I love that I can use it like a bank account. In fact, it gives you a debit card if you ask. In fact, I'm telling my college daughter who just got a job, my second daughter, that I don't even think she needs to use the bank. Use the bank to pay bills. Everything else, put into that high yield savings account. There's no reason for it to ever sit in a bank. Your money loses money staying there. Don't let it stay there and lose money. Make sure you make your money work for you. But I'm going to be doing a video on Monday about that. If you're interested, it kind of just shows you how to set it up. I'm in fact going to set up my daughters with you so that you can go ahead and see step by step how you set it up, where the perks are. I'll even maybe switch over to some of my old pictures of when I first started mine and the numbers and how it works and what you can see. You can invest in it, you can open an IRA on it, and among many, many other things, and get things all set up auto so that I can transfer, build wealth, and do all that for you. Okay, next here on school, I think we decided to do 15. Okay, so let's go here, 525, we're doing 15. So now we have 575. That's great. So we got 20, 35, and this is really saving up for the kids' clothes. That's why I have 600. And the reason why I have it set to 70 is that I want it done before August. So when you're planning out your trackers, make sure you put in when do you want it by. And sometimes we just do it at the end of the year, and I found that was my problem. I could not just do it to the end of the year if I need it sooner. Okay, next up is haircuts. Let's see, we need to do just 10 in here. They're supposed to have gone and went and got their haircut, but they didn't. So, and in fact, I didn't want to start it because this is supposed to be for a haircut that's coming up. I'm just going to add this $10 into this so that when they pull it, it goes to the haircut right now. And like I said, I'm starting this in June. And because this is going to be all used up right now, I'm not going to add it to this. Okay. We're going to put it right there. Okay. Next up is clothing. And that is just getting 10. Okay. So clothing is just getting 10. Let's go ahead and put that here. And then we're going to do this 525, 10. And now we're at 470. Awesome. And I'm also really excited to share with you shortly. I have been gathering all of my May purge things. I went to every single room, mine, my kiddos, garage, the kitchen, you name it, and just went through, and anything that I hadn't used in the last year or longer needed to go, because if you're not using it, then you're just wasting space and wasting money where you could take that money and use it for something else, which is what I do to replenish all the kids' clothing. So that is what I have done, all of their clothing. I went ahead and took that money and put it back in and bought them all new clothes. And so I'm excited to share that with you. It's coming up too in some future videos of how to do that and kind of be a little more resourceful and make your money stretch when you don't have it. So, okay, that is all done. Cash stuffing is all done. This is how I do it. So that's the last one of May. But I really want to update my debt tracker with you, like I had said. So if you're on a debt journey, you still have debt, or if on the upturn, you're trying to build wealth, you can use trackers. I love doing savings challenges and trackers where I can go ahead and work towards a goal and kind of find it motivating. Without these trackers, without this plan, I was able to pay off only a few thousand. And then I noticed when I started last year with savings challenges that I used for debt payoff, I was able to really just gain momentum and motivation and pay off 18,000. And I found that this year it's kind of painting the same picture that, you know, it kind of motivates me to do those side hustles and things more. So let me go ahead and we're going to take that 433 and add it to this debt tracker. So here we go. Let's go. Here's my beginning where I went ahead and took the Vertex 482 calculator and I made out all my debts, and the calculator kind of puts them in whatever order you want, avalanche, snowball, whatever method you prefer. That's what I did here. Here's the payoff dates that I'm supposed to get to, but as you can see, I've already surpassed the one that was paid off, supposed to be paid off in July, and I'm working on September's, hoping that'll be paid off pretty soon and just kind of keep that momentum going. All right. So in February, I was paying a little extra there. March, I was able to pay a little extra. And let's see, April, I did a little bit more than the goal amount. And I feel like in May, it's going to be the same. Like I said, I combo too. So week 4 and week 5 are comboed. and there was 433 in that debt payoff this time. Let's calculate what that is. Remember that goal was 1628, so 1036 was my first cash stuffing. All right, plus 493 and then 433. We're looking at 1,962, and that was $334 above my goal, which is good, not great. I love to make it more, but I had shared in that last video too that it was a bit of a doozy of a month. Now, what do I do with this? Let me go ahead and show you. I'm going to take that 1962, okay? And I put it into trackers like this. So this was my first debt, debt number 1. And I counted up what these are and divided it by the total amount of debt. And each one was $46 to pay off that debt in full. And I color them in as I pay it off. So here is another one, my second debt payoff, the money pot. And I was able to assign each pot to be $86 because the goal amount was $17.19. I always round up so you have money for interest and those things, okay? Then my debt number 3 is here. My debt number 4 was here. And now I'm on to debt number 5. And I'm not even a big, huge coloring person, but I have to tell you, it really does make a difference. And what I think it is that it's tangible, that I can see it. As you can see right now, it's just started, and that's good that it started, but the visual is, oh my goodness, I have a lot more to go. But watch after I do this real quick. I'm going to color these in with you, and I'll be able to show you how motivating it looks afterwards. So you take that 1962, that's what I just paid in May. I'm going to divide it by how much each of these that I calculated out, which are $98 each. It's going to give me 20 point, whatever. I round up if it's, 0.1 and above, or I keep it at that if it's 0.0. So 20 of these things I get to go ahead and fill in. So I'm going to go ahead and color those really quick. And then I'm going to show you what I was talking about that visual motivation. Okay, so I hope you can see how visually motivating that is. I went and I worked so hard to pay off this in May. It definitely took sacrifices. It definitely took planning in the beginning of the month and then strategic planning during each cast stuffing, but it totally was worth it. So I went from just 2 all the way now to 22. And it really does motivate me. This is the time that I go ahead and I go to my bank and I transfer it. That way, when I'm transferring it, my mindset is I'm winning, not that I'm losing all this money. Because I don't know about you, but back in the past, especially when I was just doing Dave Ramsey without some maybe other motivation stuff, just transferring the money to pay off debt is, I don't know. For me, it was deflating, boring, and unmotivating. And this is what's helped me to really rocket launch paying off my debt and breaking free from the struggles of that. Now, last up, and if you're still here, thanks for hanging around. I'm going to go ahead and take this little bit of money that's left over, and I'm putting it into some of my savings challenges. So if you haven't been around, then let me go ahead and share that with you. I got 2 of them going on right now. Of course, I do have savings challenges I do once a month that you'll see here coming up pretty soon in my videos. Those are for my long-term savings. These are things that are happening right now that I need to save for. So first up is my summer savings challenge ones that I have. And then after that, I'm actually doing moving savings challenges. And I'm just kind of working through one at another to make sure it's all going to be done. So for what that means is I did 2 on here or 3 on here now, and I've done, let's see, I'm supposed to do more on here. I'm just kind of going through one at a time and moving forward through it. So let's see, sports camp. Let's do one here. Let me grab some pens. Okay, let's go ahead and let's do here. Let's do this one for We got quite a bit money into here. And I'm looking at this like I probably have too much money here, which probably means that I messed up somewhere on my cash stuffing. I'll rewatch this with you guys, but I'm sure you'll be so sweet and kind to put it right in the comments below and let me know. And then I will pull some extra money and put it in there. Okay. All right. Because I'm having a feeling that that's what happened. All right. Let's go ahead and do this one for 35. You got to roll with the punches, you know, guys, sometimes. Things happen. All right. Nice. All right, 35. We got 20, 30, and 5. The good news is because of that May plunge, I actually have a little bit of funds on the side from some of the things that I sold and got rid of. So if that's the case, I can pull from that and put it in there. Thank goodness. Always do a side hustle, right? Working hard to get stuff done. Here, let's see, summer savings fund. Let's just do a 20. Now, the summer savings fund, it's just going to be things like there's movie night in the park, or special splash pads, but maybe I'll go and get a special lunch to do at the park with it. Things like that. Because I don't know about you, but in the summer with my kiddos, I want to do things. But even for those of you that don't have children, I would still suggest doing this so that you can just, I don't know, there's different categories that she has. I know she's updating it. If she's updated it, then I'll put it below, but I know there's lots of categories for with kids or without kids. I'll check in with her if it's not to see when the tentative date is and put it in the description below this video. Okay, let's go ahead and do summer fast food. Because I have extra, because I messed up somewhere, let's go ahead and do 30. Well, kind of a wonky circle there. Let's do 2 5s and 20. Perfect. Next up is water play. Yeah, let's switch up the marker. No, I love it. Let's just keep going. Okay, let's do the seashell. Okay. I probably want to do a little more in this one because I think water play would be super fun if we were able to go to the water park once this year, but I don't know about you, but around here it's a fortune to go. So let's go ahead and do this one for 30 as well. All right, next up is summer theme park. Let's go and do, what we got? We got 20 and 40, 55. I'd still like to do a little bit more on something else. So maybe let's just do a 20, right? And I'm not huge into theme parks. I mean, last year we did go to Disney. I used some of this money for that because we didn't use it in the summer. But I like, you know, you just put the money in there. You can always reallocate it for something else if it doesn't work out. And then because I have a little bit left over, I'm going to keep moving that momentum forward. And let's go ahead and see what's next in the chain here. Because we did one on this one on this one. We've done one here. And so this is the next one up. The gas is 40 and, oh wait, and the cars are 60 each. So I do not have enough for that. Maybe we could do one more. Let's try this here. Okay, food for the new house. That sounds like a good one. Let's go ahead and do here. So if you don't know, in a few years, I'm hoping to move with all my family who decided to move to Tennessee. And I'm super happy for them. And I also super miss them. So I'm hoping this will make it so I can, you know, move out with them here eventually. We've been doing renovations on the house so that when that time comes for us, that we'll be able to sell our house and go do those next adventure there. All right, so there's that. That's fantastic. And then let's see, What can I do next? You know what? I don't know. Oop, look at that. Pet deposit. Now, and again, I won't probably have a pet deposit, but I will have pet costs to move him. So this might be a good one to do, or we could do the miscellaneous. Uh-oh, running behind, not again, flat tire. Let's do that one because it's hilarious. Hopefully if it puts me over, I'll just have to add some money to it like the rest. Yep. All right, so I'm about 5 short in this one, and I will go ahead and add that when I fix up the rest of the monies. Okay, that is great. I am all done with that. You know, doing these savings challenges too. This is what saves me so that when I want to go do the things that I want to do, I actually have the money to do it. And that's a big deal because in the past, when I haven't budgeted for these things, when I didn't do savings challenges, that wasn't the case. I did not have the money. If you're looking at how to start this out and how to do the whole budgeting thing, make sure you start out with a monthly budget and then go from there. Otherwise, it can be really confusing. I'll put how to do a monthly budget right here. Start today, get yourself ready for June. All right. And as always, please find joy in your journey, and I will see you next time.